Hey guys, welcome back to Healthy Home Mama. Today I have my morning routine. This is what my typical morning routine looks like. I am getting up at 6 in the morning and I get straight out of bed before I have time to hit that snooze button. I head to the bathroom right away to brush my teeth, to do my face, and this helps me to get woke up and get started with my day. Then I'm heading back into my bedroom to make my bed. This sets me up for a really great day. Whenever I have my bed made, I feel good and I feel ready to take on the day. Now it's time to get dressed for the day. I always make sure to do that next so that I'm not doing it whenever my kids wake up. And then I'm heading back into the bathroom to do my hair and to do my makeup. And this is also something that I like to do before my kids wake up so that I'm not forgetting about it later on in the day and just never getting around to it. And once that's all done, it's time to head back into my bedroom, grab all of the things that I need to start my day. That is my books. And right here, you'll see the books that I'm currently reading. And I highly recommend these books. They're amazing, especially this married sex book. This is one that I recommend to anybody who is married. It will change your marriage. And now I'm heading out into my living room, turning the lights on, getting ready to start my Bible reading, my prayer time. I like to do this out in the living room because it helps me not to fall back asleep. I used to do it in my bed sitting up, but I would typically fall back asleep. So I like to get out into my living room to do this. But before I do start my Bible reading and prayer time, I do like to do a couple things. Right here, you'll see me starting the washer. I usually have that either set the night before or I'm starting that in the morning so that I have a load ready to go. And then I'm getting my coffee because I love my mornings with coffee. And once I get that done, I am filling all of our water bottles because I like to have that done and ready for all of us to have water throughout the day. And then I don't have to think about it the rest of the day. I just show the kids where their water is. They will get it. I know where my water is and I will see it throughout the day and be able to drink water throughout the day. And by the time all of that is done, I am grabbing my coffee and I'm heading to the couch to finally do my Bible time and prayer time. And this typically happens around 6:30. I like to do a reading the Bible in a year plan. So here you will see my chronological Bible reading plan, and I will just mark out whenever I'm done with that day's reading to keep track of it. I was really hoping for a pretty morning sunrise when I was recording this, but unfortunately it was rainy weather and cloudy, so you couldn't see the usual beautiful sunrises that I get to sit here and watch. And so whenever that sun's coming up, I'm opening those blinds and then still reading my Bible, praying, and getting to watch the beautiful sunrise. At about 7:25, I am getting all my stuff gathered up, putting everything away, opening the rest of the blinds, and getting ready to have my kids wake up. My kids have a wake to sleep alarm where it will show them at 7:30 it'll show the green color and show that it's fine to come out of bed. And so they will always be in their bed until 7:30. And I like to look over what I'm doing for the day, what my to-dos are, put everything back in my room and get my contacts in. And then by that time, it is typically 7:30 and one of my kids will be getting out of their room. The other one may still be asleep, as was the case this morning. I had my youngest one coming out and my older one was still asleep, and then I went in to get the baby. Once I have the boys changed, then it's time to go out into the kitchen and start breakfast. The boys like to eat right away, and so right after I'm done with that, I'm starting breakfast. And typically I can get breakfast on the table around 8 o'clock. And this morning for breakfast, I am making oatmeal. We like to add in blueberries to our oatmeal, honey, and milk. And then for the two younger ones, they like to add in peanut butter, honey, and milk. And when I'm making our breakfast, I'm also making myself a plate, because if I don't eat with my kids, I eat with my kids for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. If I'm not eating with my kids, there is no way I'm eating in between. There's just so much other stuff going on. So in order to make sure that I'm eating and nourishing my body, I am always eating with my kids and preparing my food at the same time as the kids. So this morning routine doesn't always happen in this exact order. Sometimes all the kids are up, sometimes only one is, but next we are going to brush our teeth, and I always try to make sure to do this first thing in the morning, or sometimes it gets pushed off until after breakfast. And finally, it's time for some breakfast. So the little one, our baby, is still just starting to learn how to eat on his own. So typically I'll either feed him or let him try. And as you can see here, he is about to get really messy, but he loves it. And while we were eating, my oldest finally woke up. He's brushing his teeth here. He gets himself dressed. And as you will see here, he is pretty excited this morning that mommy is videoing him. And the boys were extra hungry this morning, so I had to mix up some yogurt and applesauce to add in with the oatmeal. Some mornings I don't understand how they eat so much, but these boys eat a lot. Once they're done eating, I always take the two little ones to the sink to clean them up. It is so much easier just to get the faucet running and run the water over their hands and get them wiped down. And then I take them in right away, get them dressed so that they're dressed for the day. And I also don't, forget about this until later in the day. My 2-year-old is learning how to dress himself, so we're still working on that. Once breakfast is done and they're all dressed and ready for the day, next is chore time. So my 2-year-old and my 5-year-old have chores that they do, and so I always am working with my 2-year-old for those chores first thing. He is still learning how to do those on his own, and then my 5-year-old will just do the chores on his own, and they love it because I made a chore chart for them recently, and they love to see whenever they complete these chores. After chore time, I like to get some toys out for the kids so that they will be entertained while I have time to do another load of laundry at this point, and then to start the breakfast cleanup and do the dishes. And here you will see my process of my morning cleanup. This morning there actually weren't as many interruptions as there sometimes is, and so I was very surprised. It didn't take as long as usual, but there are so many interruptions some days. Sometimes I'll have to go change a diaper, I'll have to go help with settle an argument, or help with a toy that is not working right. There can be so many different interruptions, but the whole thing is that I like to stick to the dishes in the morning, stick to cleaning up the kitchen, and once that's done, I feel like I can take on my day. And right after I do my dishes, I then move on to sweeping my floors. Those are my 2 big things that I do in the morning to make sure that my day is off to a good start. Seriously, this is just such a good feeling when I finally get the kitchen cleaned. I then move on to vacuuming my floors. If you are still sweeping your floors with a broom and a dustpan, I am going to recommend that you get this. I mean, this is the Shark, but you can get, I know there's so many different models on the market right now, but this has been a life changer for me. Before I bought this, I thought, why in the world would I spend so much money when I have a broom and dustpan? But I'm telling you, especially if you have kids, this makes cleanup so much faster. Once all of those morning chores are done, we are headed outside because a big part of our morning is to get outside first thing, and we love our time outside. Rain or shine, we are outside all of the time and we love it. And that's it. That's what our typical morning routine looks like. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments if you have enjoyed it. Let me know by liking this video. And I would love to hear. Leave me a comment. What does your typical morning routine look like? I would love to read through those comments. Bye. I'll see you back here real soon.